Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you to Andreas for the kind invitation. I come via Russia. We have just competed there with our men's rowing team against St. Petersburg State University. The result was not what we wanted. I think the Russian rowing team had something else to do, or didn't have something to do, so they turned up to our event instead. So Game on English rowing. It's a new concept for us. It's only been 16, 18 months as a concept. Before that, it was Game on English rugby. So this concept is a Japanese and New Zealand collaboration, trying to solve two different problems. The Japanese have the 2019 Rugby World Cup, and then in 2020, of course, we know they have the Tokyo Olympics. Two things they wish to do. They want to be able to speak beautiful English, and of course, they want to win the Rugby World Cup, and they want to win many medals at the Tokyo Olympics. And so the Japanese government has always had a close relationship with New Zealand, especially New Zealand education. And so this concept was developed. First of all, for us, as rowing, we saw it simply as a moneymaker to help us solve our own problems of paying to have our facilities, helping to upkeep, pay the insurance, pay the water, pay the power, keep our facility in a good condition. But as time has gone on, this relationship is so much more than just simply money. Okay, so also I should say we had the right person, as in many cases, we had the right person in the right place at the right time. So a former member of our club was in the position at Education New Zealand to give us the license to have Game on English rowing. Okay. So we're just going to play a small video, I hope. Yeah.
Good to fix it.
My English has improved with thanks to language centers and great teachers and great friends.
Okay, so I think it was maybe 1 month, maybe 2 months ago that Andreas asked me to speak here, and since then, with a little bit of research and questioning, I've totally changed my ideas about what we initially thought we were going to change. We'll move around to get to there. So I bring us to this first statement. So first of all, we thought we were just going to be the teachers. We would show them the Kiwi way, we'd show them the Kiwi culture, but what we very quickly realised was that we had to understand the market of where these guys had come from. Which then caused us another problem, because first thing, we wanted to change our way of teaching to fit the Japanese model. We did that with a couple of projects, and these projects are normally 3 to 5 weeks long. So they come for 3 to 5 weeks, they're totally immersed, they live with Otago students in the flats, or they stay in a house with a New Zealand family. And go to rowing in the morning, they go to English language during the day, go training again at night, sleep, eat, start all over again. And then we thought, we need to change it to the Japanese model, which is extreme, I will say. You lengthen everything. You do twice as much as anyone else. But what we learned straight away was immediately the quality goes down. And so with mistakes, we have now learned to go back to our model, but to take the bits and pieces that we really like of the Japanese model as well. So, yeah, the right way or just a different way. We have never said, and especially to the Japanese, this is just a different way of doing what we all do: the rowing stroke, the rowing training, and there's many other successful models: the German way, the English way. Who knows? So it's just different. So, big differences between the Japanese and, I suppose, New Zealand was our access to water. And by researching, we found that, especially universities, the most successful university programs around the world have good access to water. It is close to their campus, easy to travel to. So our examples are simply names that you all know: Oxford, Cambridge, Harvard, Yale. The water is all very, very close. And the other famous university, Otago. So what we learned is, first of all, you must have access to good water. And this is something that the Japanese do have, but they built it. And they built it far away from where their universities are, where they're their flats, or they're living with their parents, or they built it. And this is not just a Tokyo example, it's Osaka, Kyoto, many places in Japan. They've done this, and so the universities are close to the city centres, and the rowing facilities are normally 1 hour or more by train. Okay, so water for us, water means, first of all, we like it to be calm. We need it to be safe, and preferably without so many other users. Big ships coming up and down, that other strange sport where they actually go forwards, kayaking, canoeing. Now, rowing and kayaking, canoeing don't mix so well. So this is actually our first group of Japanese single scullers. Well, we made them single scullers. Second to us was the land, the location. So as the example I said before, Oxford, Cambridge, Harvard, Yale, the boathouses need to be very close to those perfect pieces of water, but also very, very close to our universities. So this is the Toda boat course, 1964 Olympics, I think.
Right.
Yeah. So if we can see on the far side is all the universities, it's all universities, boathouses. And on top of these boathouses, they've built accommodation to solve their problem of having to move this 1 hour, 1 hour and a half per trip, one way and back. So they now they live at their boathouses. They will train from 4:30 in the morning, finish about 8 o'clock, get on the train and get to classes for 9, 10 a.m. Finish at 5 or 6 p.m., travel back to the boathouse, train again, study again, and get this small 5 hours, maybe 6 hours if they're lucky, of sleep. So, as I was saying, originally I had this idea that, wow, we need to do this as well. We need to have our facility to have more than just what it is. It needs to have accommodation. We can have the students living there. We can have the coaches, room for the coaches. We can have a great big eating area, breakfast, lunch, dinner. But because of this conference, I've asked the questions of both our Japanese athletes, who are about 30 athletes who we've had through the program, and the big differences of what between the Japanese program and the New Zealand program. And the biggest thing that they've told us is they enjoy rowing in New Zealand. And so you ask, well, why do you enjoy it? Because we spend less time at the rowing club, and we spend more time everywhere else. And you know, we were getting this crazy idea that obviously, well, because our own rowers, it's hard to get them out the door. They want to stay there, and they want to sit and eat breakfast on a Saturday morning, and but it's because they do spend so little time together that they actually enjoy going and seeing their friends. They enjoy their training. So originally we had this concept of making the facility more than what it is now. And now we've changed. So, but still, what do we say? Yeah, the facility needs to be maximized for what it is already. So we've brought more groups in. We're doing more programs because of this Japanese project. We now have American students. They come for a 5-week program, about 20 students in the middle of our winter. And we can charge them a lot of money to do that. And so they come solely for rowing. They think they can already speak English. So they train during the daylight hours between 8 and 10, and then 3 and 4 in the afternoon, because they don't have any classes. We also do Special Olympics rowing now. We have classes for children with disabilities, high school students who come in during the daytime, and we'll do 5 or 6 weeks, one day a week of training. It's about really maximizing what we already have and making the facility used more during the daytime. And the big one for us is financial sustainability. Sports money is becoming harder and harder to find in New Zealand, and the fees that we can only charge so much to get people in the door. So with programs like this, now we're moving into the Chinese market as well. So there's lots of options. Okay, so I think just a few examples of what their facilities are like. They certainly try and pack them in, just the same as their boats. and our facility on the Otago Harbour, which is less than 1 kilometre from our university. So again, I've changed the ideas of what we originally thought, but we're looking for other training opportunities. There's been a new highway put out to a river which is near our city, which was an hour drive. Now it's only a 25-minute drive because of the new highway. So it gives us an opportunity. Strategic partnerships, sharing the facilities, different groups. The Special Olympians group doesn't pay anything. We would never charge them, but that opens up more community funding. And international strategic partnerships. So like I say, with the Japanese we already have, now the Chinese as well. So that's what we're about.